Hello, this is Montessa Young again, your instructional designer at Treasure Valley Community College. And in this video, we're going to talk about editing your profile and setting your notification preferences. So right now I'm on my dashboard. When you're doing your profile or your notification preferences, this is account-wide, so it's not course-specific. So if I choose account and then profile, you can see what my account profile looks like. Now, none of us like to be in pictures, but it is very useful for your students to have a picture added to the profile. Some students aren't very good with names, but will recognize your face, and that helps them associate. And also, if you're teaching an online class, this makes you much more personable. It's not a robot on the other side of the computer that's supposed to grade your paper in 3 minutes after you turn them in. It's a real person. So you should add a profile picture and update your profile. So there's this edit profile button. So if I click that, that allows me to change my name and my title. The contact features work a little differently. So it's not going to provide your email address or your phone number right in here. And that's because they can access you in Canvas in other fashions. So that part we don't have to worry about. I usually like to include a biography that includes what degrees I have and what experience I have. That kind of sets a standard for the students that yes, we do know what we're talking about. But then I also like to include some human things. So I've put in, a few fun facts about me in here. And then you also have an option to include links. Now remember, this is for all of your courses through all of the different semesters or quarters that you're going to be in Canvas. So I alluded to the fact that my name comes from a motorcycle brand, so I thought it'd be fun for them to go see what the motorcycle looks like. I mentioned in my biography that I used to do First Like Elite Robotics, and then I am kind of the Canvas help person, so a direct link to the Canvas guide. So you can choose what you want. If you have a blog or a web page or a YouTube channel, this would also be a great place to add this for your students to see. Once you make changes, you just say Save Profile, and all of that is updated for you. Another really important part of Canvas is the notification settings, and there's a lot of options. And depending on how you set them, you could never hear anything from your course or hear from your course every 3 seconds. So you really want to fine-tune this to meet your needs. So if I click on the Notifications tab, it brings up this huge table of notifications. So the key at the top is kind of the key to how this thing works. So if the check mark is checked, it says notify me right away. If there's a little time clock, that's send a daily summary. So you'll get an email once a day with this information. Send weekly summary, you'll get an email once a week. Or do not send me anything is the X. And you can choose your different options. So right now I have my email address, and then this push notification is I went ahead and put my cell phone in here, mostly just to try and see how it works. So this doesn't require an app. This is literally a text message to your phone. And it's not the students accessing you, it's Canvas. So let's say you told Canvas anytime there is a new file, I want to push notifications. So maybe you're team teaching this course, and if your fellow instructor puts something on there, you want to be notified immediately. I would change that green X to a green check, and then I would get those notifications. For a class you're teaching by yourself, I don't know why you'd want to be notified that you put a new file in, but maybe you would. So the students have this exact same screen. So your students are going to be going through and setting all these settings as well. So if you get a student that says, oh, you are texting me all of the time, you're like, I'm not doing it, it's Canvas doing, go in and change your settings. Or if you have a student that says, I've never gotten anything from this course, I don't know when any of the stuff has changed. Well, once again, they need to go in and change everything from an X to a check mark and be able to get the communication from the course. So this is a pretty long list from course activities, discussions, conversations, scheduling, groups, alerts, and conferences. So there's some default settings. You might want to just run with the default settings and see if that's the right level of communication for you. But if Canvas is talking to you too much, you could come move stuff over into the X category. And if there's things that you would like to hear from, like a student turns in an assignment and you want to know, maybe in a daily summary so you know what you have to grade at the end of the day, then you'll want to come in here and change some of the clock notifications. So a lot of information here. Now let me see if I can remember where to add a cell phone so that I can show you how to do that. I want to say it is in settings. Yep, there we go. So in settings, it shows most of this is filled in for you: your full name, display name, sortable name. Here's where your email address is automatically added. You could add an additional email address. So let's say you have a home address and you prefer to work in Gmail instead of Outlook. Maybe you have everything, all the notifications get sent to your Gmail account. For other devices, so if you click plus contact method, it's going to ask for a cell number and then a carrier. And as you can see, most carriers that are in our area are on this list. So you should be able to get the cell number and carrier and then get those text messages from Canvas if you so want to, or if that's an option you think you could use. No obligation to put your cell phone in Canvas. Okay, so that's how you change your profile and set your notification settings.